Have you ever found yourself asking, why on earth hasn't my house sold yet? You're not alone. It's one of the most common questions I hear from frustrated sellers. And the truth is this, selling a property isn't always as simple as putting it online and waiting for buyers to flood in. Across the UK, the long-term average is that only 55% of properties listed actually sell. That means that half don't. In hot markets, it can be as high as 90%, and in tougher times, it drops to about 30% or less. That's a huge swing. And if your home is stuck with no offers, I'm going to explain exactly why that might be. Now, before I get into it, let me quickly introduce myself. Hello, my name is Grant Boonzaier. I'm an estate agent and I make videos just like this to help homeowners just like you understand the market and get the best possible results. So let's start with the first big issue, coverage. If your property isn't being seen, it isn't going to sell. Simple as that. Too many agents cut corners and only list on one portal, maybe just Rightmove, maybe just Zoopla. Here's the problem. Zoopla says a third of its traffic doesn't touch Rightmove at all. That means if your agent has dropped Zoopla and your property is only on Rightmove, you've instantly lost out on a third of potential buyers. Throw in on the market, social media, video ads, and even the humble for sale board, and coverage becomes a multiplier. If your home isn't everywhere buyers are looking, you're playing with your hand tied behind your back. Now, let's talk presentation. And I don't just mean how your kitchen looks in real life. I'm talking about how your property is shown online. Think about it like this. The first viewing doesn't happen at your house anymore. It happens on the screen. The more professional, high-quality photos you've got, the more people click. And clicks turn into inquiries, viewings, and offers. Add a clear floor plan, a well-written description that actually excites buyers, maybe even a virtual tour or drone video, and you'll instantly stand out. If your photos, however, are dark, the angles are odd, or the descriptions read like it was copied and pasted, buyers will just scroll on. Now, pricing is a big thing. This is where many sellers trip up, and where poor agents often steer people wrong. Let's start with the price prefixes, things like offers over 250,000. To buyers, that's confusing. Do you want 251 or do you secretly want 300? Buyers don't like playing guessing games, and if there's a flicker of doubt, they'll move on. Then there's the issue of price bands. Rightmove and Zoopla and the rest show properties in price brackets. So if you sat between bands at 199,995, your listing will fall lower down the results than if it was at 200. It sounds tiny, but it can make a massive difference to visibility. The right price in the right place gets you to the top of searches and in front of more buyers every single time. Before I go further, let me just say, I make videos for people just like you, and I've sold houses to people just like you. If you find this helpful, hit the subscribe and leave me a comment below. I'd love to know what's happening with your property and what challenges you've had. Let's move on to viewings, and here's where I might ruffle a few feathers. Who's doing them? If it's you, maybe you're not highlighting the features that really matter. If it's your agent, maybe they're not doing enough to sell the lifestyle that comes with your property. A rushed, half-hearted viewing kills momentum. I've seen agents open up the door, mumble a few lines, and then just stand there. That's not selling. A good viewing is about making buyers imagine themselves living there, cooking in the kitchen, having family over, enjoying the garden. If your viewings are flat, your offers will be too. Now let's be really honest. Sometimes the biggest problem isn't your property at all, it's your agent. Some agents are brilliant, proactive, and genuinely fight to get you the best price. Others, well, they simply stick it on Rightmove and hope for the best. If your agent isn't giving you advice, isn't reviewing feedback with you, and isn't adjusting the strategy every couple of weeks, then they're not really doing their job. A poor agent can sink a perfectly good property. That's why choosing the right partner from the start matters just as much as the house itself. Another factor is time on the market. Perception is everything. When a property sits for months, buyers assume something must be wrong. Even if there isn't, that assumption alone puts people off. One clever tactic is to withdraw the property for a couple of weeks, then relaunch it with fresh photos, maybe a slightly tweaked price or even a new agent. Buyers have short memories, and a relaunch gives your property a second chance to make a first impression. And finally, the price conversation. This is the bit most agents dread because too many of them use it as a default excuse. It hasn't sold, let's drop the price. That's lazy. My view is this: exhaust all other options first, maximize coverage, sharpen your presentation, review your pricing strategy properly, and make sure viewings are handled with energy and care. Only once you've done all of that should you look at reducing the price, because anyone can sell a house cheap. The skill is selling it well. So if your house hasn't sold, ask yourself these questions. Is my property everywhere buyers are looking? Is it presented to the best possible way online? Is my pricing clear and in the right price bands? Are viewings being done well? Has the property been stuck too long without a relaunch? And perhaps most importantly, is my agent really fighting for me? Fix these issues and your chances of selling don't just go up, they skyrocket. If you found this useful, don't forget to subscribe for more tips because I share regular advice that helps sellers just like you get moving. And I'd love to hear your stories in the comments below. Why do you think your house hasn't sold? Let's chat about it. Cheers for now.